All right, something a bit different today. I've been messing about for neural lamp modeler. This is something that's been around for a year or two. Again, it's to do with capturing gear, doing like something that I think what people would call captures of profiles. And so I thought of adding some of my equipment so that you will be able to use it to that zip file that where I have all the Line 6 presets. Again, thank you to people that have donated and downloaded and made use of those presets. So all you'll have to do today to use these captures that I've made is to download the Neural Amp Modeler. This is something quite simple to do. It's like a VST plugin, basically, depending on what workstation you're using. I'm using Reaper. And to make these, basically, these profiles of pedals, all you do, you have two channels, and you will basically route a file that you download from the Neural and Modeler website through the pedal. So you will set an output to send the signal, the training signal through the pedal, and then you will have another channel where you basically record the output that is being affected by the pedal, basically, and then you upload both files to a training algorithm that you can download either on your computer or have go online. There's a website basically that does that. There are plenty of websites, sorry, plenty of videos on YouTube that explain this in more detail, so I don't want to really waste time doing that. But as I said, I have done 10, whatever you want to call it, profiles, let's call it that way, 10 amp profiles of pedals. One is the BP preamp, one of the OD11, it's a love pedal. One is the Cali 76, even though technically there aren't any compression, you shouldn't be able to do compression, but this has quite a bit of character. It's like an 1176, so I quite like that. So I made a couple of profiles of that. And then the Gladio, I did one side of the other and two sides together. So there are about 10 profiles together, altogether. I would say that there's a bit of a controversy online about making profiles of existing hardware, so to speak. And I would say that having a profile of, let's say, the BB preamp is not the same as having the pedal. You can get a flavor of that pedal, but it's one of the infinite possibilities. It's one of the literally infinite possibilities that you can have with the analog pedal. I would say that it sounds about 90%. It's relatively accurate, so to speak, to the pedal. But I would say that having the pedal, the response to the depth of the sound that you get from the pedal, especially with a physical amp rather than a amp simulation, is beyond what you can get with these things, so to speak. They will get better, I'm pretty sure. But I would say that still having the pedal is the best thing to do. So if you get any of these profiles, if you like any of these profiles, so to speak, I would highly suggest for you to acquire the pedal, so to speak, because you will get an infinite amount of sounds, more than just playing with one snapshot in one preset of that pedal, which is really what a profile is, so to speak. So basically, I'm using NAM. NAM is something that has been open source now for quite a while. You can go on GitHub and download the source code and make your own versions. As a matter of fact, a lot of companies have done that. Tonocracy is based on NAM. I'm not sure about Genome, but this is the amp that I'm going to be using. It's like the clean sound is, it's like a Fendery. Yeah, that's the clean sound. And basically, once you've downloaded the NAM plugin that looks like this, you will be able to access to these presets. These presets are only going to be available on that folder, and I will link it on a description or in a pinned comment. I'm not going to upload these captures on like Tone Hunt or anything like that. So if you find these on any other website other than my zip folder file, that's not something that I have uploaded. These I will only have them on that zip file. I've turned off the EQ so that you can get the sound of the profile as it is. I normalize this so all the profiles sound the same, have the same volume, and I have a tiny bit of gate because some of the higher gain ones, like the Velvet Fuzz, quite a bit of like noise floor, so to speak, are quite a bit of noise. So then you need to kind of cut a little bit that. This is a clean sound. This is the BB preamp, and this is pretty much the setting that I've had it on. That's the BB preamp. That's the first version 1. I did a version 2 with more epochs, basically like the training continues for longer, and I feel that it's slightly more accurate. And it's barely noticeable, but I thought I'd add that as well. So that's the BB preamp. Again, if you feel that it's not enough gain, you can push the inputs. I find that it's easier to get more gain, but not. You cannot remove the gain, so to speak. So I did them medium gain, so to speak. You can hear that just by pushing the input. You get more gain. Probably you'll have to tweak the gate there. Okay, that's the idea. The next one is the Cali. Again, this is. I classed it under clean, so this is like, and again, that's the preset. There's a high and low switch here, high compression, low compression. So I did 2 presets, one with the high, same settings, but one with the high and one with the low, engaged, so to speak. And I feel that it sounds different. You can feel that there's a bit of a squash. You can hear that, and this is the low. Okay, so it's a bit. It gets a bit of that flavor because obviously this has a transformer inside this pedal, so there is quite a bit of saturation, so to speak. I really like that. I use it more as a preamp than an actual compression pedal. The next one is the Gladio. You can see the settings there. I scribbled. It's really hard to read it. It's everything's so small. I'm getting old, obviously. Everything's so small, so I put volume, gain, and tone on top of the pedal, on top of the knob. Sorry. So those are the settings. And this is the left side, which is more like the how can we call it? It's more like a scooped. Okay, this is let's go to the right side, which is spongier a bit. Okay, and these are the 2 sides together. More of a solo setting, so to speak. And then DOD 11. These are the settings. They all sound very similar because obviously these are overdrives. Okay. overdrive. This is the Velvet Fuzz. I want to just go quickly through them. This is on the big settings, which is, you can see that switch at the top. This is obviously a fuzz with a little gain. That kind of, that sound, so to speak. And this is the tide, which is the same thing. This is a bit the limit I find of these modelers, because obviously a fuzz, when you turn the volume down, it kind of cleans up really well, where modelers I find that they get woolly. This isn't too bad actually, but all right, well, that was that really. So again, as always, I will add them to that zip file that you can download for free, but I appreciate a donation if you can make it, if you can do it. And as always, the best thing you can do to help out the channel and for me to continue to upload stuff is to give us a like, subscribe, and all that stuff, so to speak. Share it through social media, through friends. If you find that this was of any value to you, just send a link to a friend. That's pretty much it, really. This channel is all about sharing the stuff that I do for gigs, for recording, for sounds, lessons. I mean, I've had this channel for decades now, like 15 years, I would say. And I've only recently just gone back to adding more. I hate calling it a lesson, because it's basically just sharing my knowledge. I'm not trying to teach anything to anybody, really. And sharing the stuff that I do for my gigs, the sounds, the presets, and all that, so to speak. So yeah, that's it for today. I think I will keep adding in the near future. Take care. Bye bye.